How's it going? It's NastyT. We got more Advanced Warfare gameplay. This is part 3 of my first impressions of Call of Duty. If you want to see part 1 and 2, the links are in the description. We're going to talk about camping today, my first impressions of camping. You're going to see I run and take the B flag really quick and kill a guy. Now I'm going to sneak up behind the team and kill a couple people camping. This map is sort of designed to camp. It's a bunch of tall buildings looking down on B, which is a little bit of a curious design, but because of the new movement system in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, I'm able to just outmaneuver them, get behind them, and take out the people camping. I'm going to have 11 captures in this game, so I'm going to be really all about the objective. You're going to see this team's trying to camp as much as they can in Advanced Warfare, but the new movement mechanics just make it really difficult because in previous Call of Duties, a game like Ghosts, where camping was really big, there's basically, if you watch the maps episode, there's 3 ways into everything. That's kind of how Call of Duty works. And in Ghost, you could throw an IED at the 2 ways you weren't looking and then aim down sights at a doorway or a flag or a bomb, whatever the objective was, and you could do really well. And if you had a headset, it would be even easier to try to camp, listen for footsteps, and take people out. And in previous Call of Duties, they gave you pieces of equipment like flashbangs and stuns to try to, rush campers, or EMPs to take out their equipment, but you were always at a pretty big disadvantage. I don't want to say 70-30, that's a little extreme, but probably like 60-40 in a lot of situations where you were just probably going to lose that engagement. And I know this has been a big thing for the Call of Duty community. It's what people complain about most, more than lag, more than weapon imbalance. It's people camping on the other side of the map with an LMG and a target finder, and it just really frustrates people because it's easy to do. There's no reason to not do it. You're pretty much going to sit there, you're going to get kills, and you're going to build a kill streak. If you're there to troll people, to frustrate people, to play a support role on your team, actually play a really important role to help your team win, there's all these reasons to camp, and it just kind of frustrates everyone in the Call of Duty community. So that's kind of what camping was, and I think it's been overall nerfed in this game because if you watch the maps episode, there isn't just a choke point to look at. There isn't a spot where you always know there's people, going to be flying in and you're going to be able to mow them down. That's just not the case in this game. Because of the movement options, there's 50 different routes everywhere. You're going to be flying and you're literally going to be dropping down on people, and that's going to make camping very difficult. I think camping is going to change to sitting on sort of the taller buildings in this game and patrolling a rooftop. Instead, before, of looking at a doorway or a bomb, it was very simple. It was wait for a body to pass by your red dot site and pull the trigger. Now it's going to be, okay, I probably got to defend like 360 degrees on this building. I need to look on the west side, the east side, the north side, and kind of be making loops around where you want to look at your back, whether it's the A flag and you're defending it, or you're trying to support your team at the B flag. Camping is going to get harder, which I think is a good thing. That's going to be the overall change in this game. Like I said before, you just kind of aimed at something and shot people when they pass by. That's not going to be the case because of the double jump boost options. There's the cloak to sneak up on people. There's always been silencers to stay off radar. So I think the matchup between campers and rushers has sort of been neutralized in this game. I don't know if I can put a number on it, 50-50, 60-40 in favor of anyone, but all I know is when I see people camping now, I can drop behind cover, jet around, take an odd way, and get behind them so much easier than previous Call of Duties. In Ghost, if you had someone entrenched in a building, you were just kind of hoping that they missed you and you could get your sniper class out and counter snipe them, or your teammate would take them out and something like that. You were just kind of screwed if someone was up in a building. You just sort of avoided them. But in Advanced Warfare, you can really challenge people, and like I said in this camping video, that guy just sitting there at B. But recapping, I think camping is going to be totally different. It's going to be more difficult. It's going to be patrolling a rooftop instead of just looking one place, kind of locking down a whole area, maybe a quarter or a third of the map, which is a good thing because you're never going to get rid of camping. It's always going to be in the game. For strategic reasons, for trolling reasons, it's just always going to be there. But if you can kind of level the playing field, if you can make it so the aggressive player, the overall what the community wants, being able to fly around by the seat of your pants and just basically make plays, if you want that to be stronger in this game, then you kind of have to do something like the exoskeleton. So I think overall, big thumbs up to nerf camping indirectly. Laying down just doesn't feel as good now. If you lay down, you're sacrificing so much mobility that kind of kills you in the long run. So Those are my thoughts on camping. Overall, nerfed because of the game mechanics. I think it's going to lead to a more exciting, more fresh, less stale game style. You don't have to avoid certain spots on the map because that guy in that building really far away is able to lock it down. So just overall, I think positives. It's still early in the game. I'm sure people will find a way to break things a certain way or break spots to make them really, really safe for camping. But so far, in the first week of launch, it's been very good. Those are my overall thoughts on camping. My name's NastyT, and thanks for the view.